Thank you, brother. Whoa. There we go. All right, just getting things situated. The little whoa was for the phone stand, kind of went sideways on me, but we're all back in full effect on a Monday night. Gonna be waiting for a few folks to jump in. We'll get things started here shortly. Coffee is good. Start with how warm it is. How warm are we out there tonight still? David says he replaced the headlights on his car with strobe lights, so it looks like I'm the only one moving. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Monday night. Umbrellas ready. We got some rain to talk about. Hey, Marcy. Good evening. It's Monday night. Blessings to you and yours. Hope God's peace is finding you and your loved ones this evening. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Happy Monday. You know, last night it was too funny. I stopped on a movie. It's hard to not watch. You know, when you're just rolling through, trying to find something to watch on television. Ghost. I hadn't seen that in so long. The quintessential love story. Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore. What a great movie. And I couldn't stop. I watched, well, I didn't watch till the end because I was like, not going to get emotional tonight because I would have. I'm a girl dad, emotional guy. I'm not afraid to admit it. What's the one movie you stopped for? Because that's one of them. I mean, Ghost, but I hadn't seen that one on TV in a long time. Remember the Titans? That's another one I can't not watch if it's on. I just love that movie and that true story. Field of Dreams. I'm a big sports movie guy, obviously. But what's that movie for you? Let me know in the chat. What movie? Oh, I know, me too, Rachel. Oh, right? My kids grew up at that location. I'm just so glad they're not closing all the Jim's restaurants because, again, if you saw my story, it touches my heart. That was my first job in New Jersey, was a busboy at a diner. And so that diner feel is just home. It brings back so many memories. And when the girls were young, my wife and I used to bring them at least once a week because they ate free on Tuesday or Wednesday nights. And they used to have those, do you remember the menus had a cow face that you could color, and then you cut it out and you could put the straw through it, and then it went on the kids' drinks. And it was, I mean, the girls loved it. And I swear to you, on display in my office here at Ken's, I must have had about 15 or 20 of them that they had colored over the years. It was really cool. I don't have those anymore. I wish I did. I might have them somewhere, but oh man, yeah. And it was that Jim's. That was the one, because that was just, we always lived in that area, Northwest. We were near Leon Valley for a while, then Helotes ever since. Yeah, so that Jim's, man. Good stuff. We Are Marshall. Good one. That's a great one. True story as well. Great one. Hey, Denise, what's going on? So what is it? Jim's is a staple, right? And two,
I'm taking it out now.
that was one of the only things out there. And we moved here in 1996, right? And it was Jim's, it was Albertsons, and H-E-B, really, that I can remember. A buddy of mine said that there used to be a little pond out there, like where the Chili's is, and they used to fish that pond when he was a kid. Oh, thanks, Brianna. See, Brianna, I'm telling you, I need to get down to Atascosa County and tee it up. I love this game. This is the Texas Open shirt from years ago. One of my favorite golf shirts. Even though you really can't play golf in it, I don't I like to wear a collared shirt. You know, it's a gentleman's sport. When I go hit balls, I'll do it. Green Mile, good one. Ooh, Green Mile is a great movie. Absolutely. What's another movie? We're just talking about movies you cannot. I'll put it this way. The movie that stops the remote. Which one? What's the movie for you that stops the remote and you're going to watch for a while? Friday Night Lights. Joe, what's up? That's a good one. You know, they shot, it was Varsity Blues they shot in Austin. I was almost wrong there, but you know, it was always interesting to me. So, okay, first, let's do some weather, right? Mid-90s. Look at Lackland, 96 still. I always feel bad for the airmen who were going through basic training out there. It's always one of the hottest temperatures every single day. There's just so much asphalt and pavement there that the heat it holds on tight. All right, got a plane on the approach, 101 today. So only 4 away from, look at how old this record is, 1909's 105, stays on the books. It's been hotter before, okay? 16, we're hitting the sweet 16 on triple-digit days now. 75 is the all-time record. Then 3 years ago, 58. So we still pale in comparison. And remember, now we're on the downslope. Let me, I've got that graphic. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. On average, August 16th is when we start or stop the average of 97 for a high, and we begin to now go down. Today we're at 96. And so I'm actually going to move this up. That's an important number because now we're officially through the heat of summer. Okay, we're officially through the heat of summer. Sandlot, good one, yes. Remember when, I love the part when they're going back and forth with the insults. And he says, all these calling him everything in the book, but when he says, you play baseball like a girl, it was like, oh. And okay, there's only certain people that have seen Sandlot 2, Sandlot 3. Have you seen the sequel and the sequel? Second sequel? What do you call the third one? What do you call the third one, David, our movie expert? Threequel, I guess. A threequel? So the third one had Luke Perry in it. Third Sandlot. Luke Perry stars in the third Sandlot. Crazy movie. Not very good. Kung Fu Panda and Finding Nemo. Great. Yes, that's awesome. I love Kung Fu Panda. The opening, that narration, that's one of the funniest okay, you know what's close is Surf's Up. The Surf's Up open, that is one of the funniest monologues. I'm serious. That cracks me up. And me and my girls watch it every once in a while just to get a good laugh. Trust me, Surf's Up, monologue intro. The rest of the movie is pretty good. I like Surf's Up. But the opening monologue is hilarious. Goonies is a good one. Hey, Connie, good to see you. League of Their Own. Nice. Tricycle. What is that? Is that a movie? What are we? Oh, Shawshank. Okay, Lynn, you know, I'm embarrassed to say I've never seen it. I know. Every time I say that, because that's like one of the top movies ever made, you know, when they talk about like #1 movies. And it's just one I've seen scenes, but I've never seen it from beginning to end. I really need to see it. All right. High pressure sliding just enough to the west. This is important. I want you to watch. Let me just get my pointer here and show you something real quick. What I want you to see, I can't get the pointer on here. What I want you to see is the isobar around that. So you see that darker orange color. So look at that, consider that the area the high influences the most, with warm air aloft, with a sinking air motion where it gets hotter. Notice how it's kind of centered over the four corners and moving off to the west. That helps promote an east-northeast flow aloft in the upper levels, okay? And riding that flow will be a few little disturbances that'll kick up some rain for us. So there'll be somewhat sea breeze generated. They'll all be heat driven, and so a lot of them will be in daytime heating as far as when we expect to see the most coverage of rainfall. While we're here, you can also see Aaron's track. Watch Aaron take that expected right turn. Look at how close she's going to get to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. That's why there have been some evacuations there out of the Outer Banks because of the rip current is going to be severe. The surf is definitely going to be impacted, but thankfully it takes a nice right turn because this monster storm, we do not want making landfall, Florida or the Outer Banks. And you know, that part of North Carolina just sticks out as a target for hurricanes. And we're expecting one right on its heels, which you can now see on the bottom right-hand corner taking shape and moving just off. It's an eerily similar path to Erin, but there's about a 50% chance, last time I saw it, that storm becomes Fernand. Fernand is our next one. Totally. Surf's up, right? Isn't it good? No, Tricycle's named after... Oh, Come on, I missed that one. That's really good, Denise. I like it. I like it a lot. All's good, Brian. What's going on? Mr. Nanny with Hulk Hogan. What? Mr. Nanny with Hulk Hogan. That's the movie that stops your remote, huh? Hey, Ernesto. Hola. You expect any of these severe with hail damage winds? No. Just tropical downpours. So we're going to have a weather impact alert because on Thursday, Friday, but rain chances are pretty decent all week. But by Thursday, Friday, we could start seeing a lot more rainfall, and the Severe Prediction Center is already putting us in an excessive rainfall chance. Look at the abundant moisture that comes in from the east. Notice how it's over Louisiana, then southeast Texas into our area for Wednesday, Thursday. And with that kind of coverage of precipitable water, we expect some, healthy downpours. And so tomorrow morning, we could start seeing some rain develop out east. So here's the 8 a.m. hour, and I just show this to you because in case you're on the road early tomorrow to Houston, you might run into some rain once you get on the other side of, say, Flatonia, Hallettsville, those signs on I-10. You might run into some of this rain by 8 a.m. tomorrow. So we're going to put a pause point there, take this guy out. Now, moving into the afternoon, we get some heating, and there's what we get. We get some downpours, all right? So at about 3 o'clock, we're expecting a few good showers, maybe a few thunderstorms, but nothing severe. Just heavy rain, even into the 7 o'clock hour. It gets a little heavy down to the south before everything dies out. Wednesday afternoon's radar picks up again once we get into the daytime heat of about 3 or 4 p.m. That's going to be the trend most of this week because the high stays west and we keep this east-northeast flow aloft, and these small disturbances will ride that wave. Hey, Don Lucero, what's going on? Luling's in the house. What's up, Jason? Speaking of, when you're east of Luling tomorrow, that's where, again, if you're going to be out there early, you might run into a downpour on I-10, just in case. Hey, Grace. Nothing expected to get severe, but we're going to have weather impact alerts for later in the week, mainly because we could see localized flooding if enough rain falls in the right areas, or in that case, the wrong areas, right? We do, Hanak. Saturday morning was perfect, though, for us in the area. The worst drought condition in the state is west of us in Medina County. I want to show that to you as I speak that. Let's go with... we can do the drought comparison because it'll go to today's. And I just want to show today's. I don't want to get into a comparison thing. But you can see that pocket. Look at that. Exceptional drought. It's only Medina County. Severe drought across most of Bexar County. And then it goes to severe. I'm sorry, did I say that? Extreme across most of Bexar. The rest is severe. Then a good severe pocket, Atascosa, McMullen, B County. You get the idea that rain Saturday morning, that was about an inch of rain that fell right along the Medina-Bexar County line. It was beautiful, hitting the target. What's up, Matthew? It is, Lynn. I'm. You know what? I've got an assignment. Accepted. Temple. Hey, Lori. Send some rain up. Need some cool. Or Ernesto, it's going to be a minute. Do you use an umbrella when it rains? I do, but I don't know. It depends. To be honest with you, it really depends. If I'm running in and out, like if I'm, no. You know, if I'm walking in, I don't mind getting a little wet. I usually don't use one unless I'm going to be outside for a while, like on a day-to-day, like going to work or going to stores. I'm not going to use an umbrella. But if I'm like, you know, because usually if it's raining really hard, I'll just wait it out. It's not going to be that long, raining very hard. Excuse me. Did you just mention possible hurricane in Texas? I did not. There's 2 hurricanes in the Atlantic, neither of which will impact Texas. Well, 1 hurricane, 1 soon to be, technically. But when can we expect it? Don't know, Ernesto. You know, it's historically we can answer that, but I don't even want to guess. It's usually September, you know, mid-September. All right, so with that said, pretty good downpours Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If we go into the long range, let me see where I got that right now and take a look at what it's saying. Because I do have here we go, rain potential. This could show us, use an umbrella when it rains hail. I stay in when it rains hail, right? Oh, I don't have a timestamp on this guy. All right, so it looks, you know, the later batches look to stay east and south right now, but again, global models. So we need an update on that. That's a good one, though. I like it, Denise. Oh, yeah, Robert, you're good. We can still swim. Take a look at these numbers. Let's go to the Ken's 5 exclusive 14-day. Again, umbrella handy, and I wouldn't wash the cars just yet. We've got good chances most of this week. Best chance Thursday into Friday, where we could get, again, localized flooding at that point. Because once it starts hitting the areas that received, say, ½ an inch on Tuesday, Wednesday, now we get more of these heavy downpours. And remember, when it's raining in San Antonio and this area, it's raining downhill. Rainfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour. You definitely run into localized flooding issues. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, classic. Remember all the talk, Jay Martin, that they were going to do a sequel to that movie? All that many years later? Yes, Karen. It looks like a decent chance. Going 40%. And again, the reason for the weather impact alert, not severe thunderstorms right now, but we'll know more about that tomorrow if we're going to be included. But right now, the SPC, the Severe Prediction Center, only concerned with the risk of flooding. Excessive rainfall is what they call it. And so obviously that means localized flooding. It doesn't mean a flood watch, but we saw one Saturday morning. I mean, it can happen quickly here. So we'll watch things closely, and we'll get into some good high-res data tomorrow for Thursday, as well as Friday. Groundhog Day, and say it 3 times. I see what you did there, David. Well done. Great movie, especially for a weather guy. So I always watch it on February 2nd for sure, right? Stops the remote on February 2nd. Yes, Nick. You know, even better like through the week, because right now anyway, it looks as though the later days of this week, east and south of San Antonio have a better coverage on rainfall. You too, Karen. God bless you. Thank you. So I definitely would say Pleasanton most of the week. Notice how the chances taper off as we get into the weekend. And then on the 14th day is Labor Day weekend, and you can see that we've got a nice dry forecast, mid to upper 90s, and we will be a little warmer than average. Again, our average is now 96. We are down to 96 on the average. All right, guys, that'll wrap things up for me. Hey, Tony, what's happening, my man? Hopefully Tamina is well, and you are too, for that matter. I love you all, and God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful Monday night, and I hope to see you on Ken's 5 News at 10.